It was the most infamous financial crime in German history. An international manhunt launched, police and Europol searching for Jan Marsalek, a board member of Wirecard, a company once hailed as the king of German Fintech. For the first time ever, German television featured a DAX-listed company executive fleeing from justice. What went so wrong, and how did no one see it coming? Spring 2020. The sun is shining on the banking district in Frankfurt, and Wirecard is riding high on the German stock market. The company's shares are booming, the business growing rapidly even amidst a global pandemic. In their Munich headquarters, Wirecard's top executives, led by Markus Braun, are celebrating record profits, a 20% growth in the first quarter alone. For years, Wirecard ascended from startup to global rising star, praised for disrupting finance and embodying Silicon Valley spirit right from Germany. Promotional videos painted Wirecard as modern, international, and ambitious. In September 2018, Wirecard replaced Commerzbank in Germany's prestigious DAX index, gaining immense prestige. Everyone wanted in. Investors and analysts compared its rapid growth to global giants like Visa and MasterCard. The business model, riding the wave of digitalization, seemed bulletproof. By 2019, revenues had increased nearly sevenfold, and at its peak, Wirecard was valued at $20 billion. But then, June 2020, everything collapses. Thousands of investors lose their life savings. In some cases, it tears families apart. Among them is Max Staudinger, who put his faith and $40,000 into Wirecard shares, only to lose it all as the company crumbled almost overnight. Not even seasoned professional investors like Frank Thielen were immune. He too fell for Wirecard's pitch and was blindsided by the collapse. Inside Wirecard, the story was one of explosive growth. Over 6,300 employees from all over the world were brought in, making the company feel vibrant and unstoppable. Wirecard started in the late 90s, sensing early that electronic payments would define commerce in the new century. In the beginning, they handled payments for adult websites and online gambling, business that bigger, more conservative competitors avoided. Wirecard's business was complex and non-transparent. It processed digital payments for merchants, taking a cut of every transaction, but also built a sprawling web of subsidiaries and a labyrinth of financial deals that even insiders found almost impossible to untangle. Markus Braun, the reserved, often mysterious CEO, projected an Apple-like vision, always in his trademark black turtleneck, selling the dream of a German tech juggernaut. Wirecard's management was secretive, power tightly held among a select group. Alongside Braun was Jan Marsalek, the operations genius who ran their highly profitable Asia operations. Suspicions about the company's actual profits lingered, but for years, those concerns were drowned out by dazzling growth and glowing press. Behind the scenes, Wirecard created fake documents, invented accounts, and generated phantom profits to fool investors and obtain more credit. Over $3.2 billion in total bank loans. By shifting more business abroad, especially to obscure locations in Asia, they made it nearly impossible for anyone to follow the money trail. Lavish amounts were allegedly moved through shadowy companies, many run by Marsalek, sometimes draining what was essentially laundered money. Marsalek himself was a shadowy figure, charismatic, well-connected, but with mysterious ties to intelligence agencies and an appetite for secrecy and power. He allegedly used fake identities and diplomatic passports and orchestrated clandestine meetings to discuss everything from mercenary outfits in Libya to Russian nerve agent formulas. Even after the first cracks appeared, he moved confidently, eventually vanishing as the company's collapse became inevitable. Warning signs were plentiful. London-based journalists, especially from the Financial Times, kept raising red flags as early as 2015, but were dismissed or even attacked by the company and sections of the German media. Short sellers betting against Wirecard were painted as villains, and even Germany's powerful financial regulator, BaFin, actually banned bets on Wirecard's collapse, thereby misleading the public into a false sense of security. Wirecard's auditors, among the big four global firms, failed to catch the fraud for years, even as suspicious evidence mounted. Regulators missed it too, from BaFin to Wirecard's own supervisory board. Politicians, up to the highest levels, had lobbied for Wirecard's global expansion, not wanting to believe a major German tech brand could be rotten at the core. Then, June 18, 2020. The shock comes in a single trading day. Auditors refuse to sign off on Wirecard's annual report. Headlines break. The share price plunges up to 70%. In a matter of hours, nearly $8 billion in stock value is wiped out. Within days, Jan Marsalek is suspended, swiftly disappearing, leaving behind nothing but questions and suspicions. Markus Braun resigns and is arrested, maintaining his innocence and blaming everything on a handful of bad actors. But the investigation uncovers the depths of deception and systemic failure at every level: company, auditors, regulators, even the media. Wirecard's collapse shatters trust in Germany's financial markets. The damage is immense, with institutional investors, small savers, and pension funds all counting their losses. Lawsuits mount, government hearings are held, and outrage grows over how something so big could go undetected for so long. Meanwhile, Jan Marsalek remains at large, a symbol of a scandal that outpaced every system meant to prevent it. The Wirecard affair is more than just a massive fraud. It's a wake-up call for regulators, auditors, investors, and governments worldwide. In our ever-evolving, complex financial world, the fight against fraud is never over. The story of Wirecard is a warning. Greed blinds judgment, and no system, no matter how advanced, is immune to deception. Out of the ruins, there's one hope: that lessons are learned and the next Wirecard is one scandal the world is ready for.